Hello everyone, this is Cody from the Rancor's Brothel. Are you looking for dice and other gaming accessories for your group? If so, check out our friends over at fanroll.com, where you can find unique dice and premium quality accessories for your table. And if you're looking for something really special, they do customization as well. Fans of the Rancor's Brothel can save 10% by using the promo code RB10 at checkout. That's R as in Rancors, B as in Brothel, 10. Not only can you get yourself some great dice at a discount, but you can support this podcast as well. So check out fanroll.com today and use promo code RB10 at checkout. Tell them the Rancor's Brothel sent you.
The Rancor's Brothel presents Monster of the Week.
Hello, welcome to the show. This is a game that we have never brought to the podcast before, but we have played outside of the show one time, like 4 years ago.
At the time of the recording.
At the time
this releases.
Yeah. No idea when this releases. Monster of the Week, really super cool, simple little game. It's a D6 system. We spent a lot more time than I thought we would on making characters.
Yeah, you spent like 2 hours.
Yeah. And it really shouldn't be that way. It's really like a quick thing. But we thought long and hard about how our characters work together, how we know each other, that sort of thing. So clearly I am Lucas. I am not running this game. Tyler's running this game.
I am.
Tyler, welcome back to the show. And we also have
Josh.
Alex.
Do you want us to introduce our characters entirely?
You can just say who they are and what they are.
All right. Well, I'll start. My character is known as the Wronged. That is the class, I guess. If you
Archetype.
Archetype.
That's what they're termed.
Same shit.
No.
Jessie Chamberlin, who is kind of a modern cowboy type guy. Alex, what's your character?
Well, Lucas, my character is the Summoned. It's basically a hell creature that was summoned into the world. Thus the name. His name is Roman Ix.
Nice. You are our Chewy, I think, for the group.
He speaks.
I
assume.
Other than the fact that you speak our language.
I speak the language. I just can't communicate with the people.
My character is Michael. I'm the spooky, and I'm a telepath.
Awesome.
Are you a child? You still never answered me. I don't know what age you are. You're a teen. Okay.
I think that's what I put on here.
I don't remember.
Teen. Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember your age.
It fits better with the angsty thing you have going on.
So, okay.
I was picturing the old goth kid from South Park.
No, that's right, because I was doing the dance last time.
Yeah.
I just figured out what I could do to get into places. Mascot outfit.
You could.
Well, why don't you bring us in?
All right. So, Monster of the Week, as we were saying before, is, if you can think of it, similar to TV shows like Supernatural, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It is a game about a monster of the week. Every scenario can be a one-shot for the most part, or you can make everything tie together in a long-running story, delving into characters' backgrounds and such. So this one opens up in the university town, which I never thought of a name of, so who cares? But at said unnamed university, the hunters, as they are dubbed, have been sent here due to a spate of unusual burglaries that have led up to a murder.
I did have a question about the scenario, being that this is the first one. Mm-hmm. Are we coming in together as a unit?
you are a unit. That's how you guys move. You were already a thing. You have a pre-established group. That's why the last time we were like, how do you know each other?
I understood about the setting up of the histories. I wasn't sure if that was something that happened in this scenario, if it's something that happened pre-scenario.
No,
that's why
this is all ahead of time.
Appreciate that.
The idea is you guys are a unit. You work together. This is your thing. That's just so this is why you know each other. If you have that as a reason that you do something later on, like, oh, this is because of this in our past, that's what you do.
Somebody comes along and asks, hey, how do you know this walking freak of nature?
Basically.
Gotcha.
So we were investigating burglaries, is that what you said?
There was a spate of as it's listed, a spate of
burglaries.
Why do I have burglaries? I have so much. It's like peculiar. I can't say peculiar.
You could always
in a
use the
normal
word
cadence.
theft.
Yes,
Theft
but
can also
I
be
was
a good-
reading from the book. But yes, it's a series of thefts.
I bet you he says Paschetti.
I do not say paschetti. I say spaghetti,
Peru.
like a normal person. No.
How do you say gnocchi? He can't.
Gnocchi? That's Gnoccchi.
That's how you say that?
It's gnocchi. I think it's actually gnocchi.
That's how he says it.
I just thought it was pronounced gnocchi.
Pretty sure it's gnocchi.
Doesn't matter. It's pasta.
I think I spelled it.
Moving along to the
Potato
burglaries theft thing.
Okay, sorry, but we're monster hunters, so why do burglaries matter to us?
He wasn't in the room.
So the hunters are there due to a series of thefts at a university that have culminated in a murder.
Again, it's homicide, so like, why do we care?
You're traveling through. You guys are the reason you're there.
There's no supernatural thing that would have brought us in.
Doesn't have to always be supernatural, guy. You guys are hunters. You're after things that are strange.
So that's fair.
He's probably asking if there's anything that's strange that piqued our interest as a unit.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what would have piqued us as monster hunters to want to investigate a murder?
So, in the burglaries, there have been a series of targeted thefts amongst engineering and electronics workshops. Some artifacts have been stolen from one of the anthropology departments. All of this culminated in the fact that a security guard had been torn to pieces and left inside the engineering building.
That's more detail.
Yes.
Probably wait until he finishes reading the entire scenario before we ask questions.
Yes. I'd only read the first sentence in a paragraph. When you're like, what are the reasons? I'm like, there's more.
Give me it all.
He's a cowboy. He can't wait. He has to do something.
He's antsy.
Okay.
So to establish, this would be the one thing Monster of the Week has is what they have the countdown system. So we're technically not even in the first part of the countdown system because I'll announce when you guys move through the countdown system. So you have a series from day to midnight. Midnight is when shit's going down.
Gotcha.
But things happen up till then that involve other occurrences, interactions, things like that can occur that'll move the story along. This can all happen over a period of hours. It could be a couple days. It could be over a week, anything like that.
Okay.
But once stuff happens, countdown moves.
All right, so who do we go to? These happened on campus?
Mm-hmm. Throughout the campus, at either buildings or in because it's in a university town. So
Right. So then what we need to establish a rapport with, I guess, the dean or something to gain access to these buildings, to
police,
investigate,
anything like that.
Other than that, we're just breaking into shit.
Some sort of authoritative figure that could give us access to information we need.
I'll just make a phone call then and call the dean's office and see if I can't get through.
All right.
I don't know if there's a role to. I don't know. Charm.
I don't know if it's so much charm. Let me see.
No, I mean to kind of get them to believe that this is what we do and what we're here for.
The action would be the thing to the right, not the role. That's what you use for that. So manipulate someone is
it's
what you would try to
under
do. But you would call. Sure, you can call a dean and then roll charm to see if you can get anything out of them. Or I guess manipulate someone and add your charm.
I don't think none of my things give me like any kind of.
Not specifically, unless you have something. But I think if you're trying to do tough, if you had something where you added like tough or whatever it is,
I mean,
cool. No,
that's-
tough. It's tough.
Yeah, it's less what I'm doing and more just trying to gain access to campus, the campus as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll speak to the dean, tell him what we're here for, what we're doing. What's the success in this game?
Anything above, it's
only a 6, so probably not a success.
no, I believe anything less than 6 is a fail, 7 and 9 is a pass, 10 and above is a good success.
Did you have anything in your charm?
I have a +1. I only rolled a 5.
You rolled a
total.
6. So basically, you don't even get past secretary at the table. You call like, "Hi, this is blah 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 with wherever." Feel free to try and say what you're going to say. Role play the character.
Try to get into a meeting so you can try charming again.
I mean, I guess. Well, okay. First of all, we need to establish. Are we establishing ourselves as like a society or some sort of fake governmental group to? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Because we have to be able to utilize that.
Well, if we're interacting with the public, usually it's going to be easier to, instead of being, hey, we're part of this society, which is usually viewed as cult, then if we can be, say, some sort of authoritative figure, we're more likely to get into situations. So it's like we're with this unit.
Yeah, like in my head, FBI, new student at the university.
He could probably get onto
Since he's
campus
a
really
teen.
easier,
That's
and he
true.
could just be like, hey, I am here to
That's why I was like trying to establish
go
ages.
to admissions. He could go to admissions and try to get on campus and see what he can find from the students. Real easy. It's true.
All right. So then I will establish myself as, I guess, as a federal agent.
Sure. What's your fun agent name?
Custer.
Agent Custer.
This Agent Custer. We're trying to investigate these murders happening on your campus here.
We not had murders. We had an incident occur that did tie to someone passing. Yes. Agent Custer.
It's public knowledge that the man was torn to shreds.
It
Am I
was
mistaken?
on the there was a passing, not torn to shreds. It was on the news, but I don't know where you're getting your information, sir. Agent Custer, who were you with?
FBI.
Okay. If you really want to find stuff out, if anything, I would recommend contacting the police. I'm sure you have ways you can get through to them.
Yeah, we're just trying to gain access to the campus, look around, that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
I'm sure the police could help you with that, sir. I mean, agent.
Much obliged. Just hang the phone.
Okay.
Clearly they're not getting anywhere. I failed my roll earlier.
Yeah, that's exactly why you weren't really getting anywhere. You're just like, I got a 6. That's not a pass. It's, I believe, 7 and 9 is a succeed, and then anything above 10 is a, like, you get what you want.
Yeah.
Would you like to do something,
10
Michael?
or above.
Well, that was on the phone, right?
That was just on the phone.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't very used
Their
to it.
recommendation there was mainly just like, call
Yeah.
police, see
So,
what they're
like-
talking about.
So now, yeah, I would suggest that you infiltrate the campus as a student and see what you can find out. So how are your skills in like sneaking and talking to people?
Talking's good.
Talking's good.
Your charm, you got a good charm.
Are you sharp and charming?
I can also manipulate people, so yes.
Yeah, you do have spells.
That's under charm. But yeah, don't you use like what weird for charm as opposed to charm? For manipulate, you can use
For
weird.
telepathy, yeah.
Ah, yeah, which you can read minds or force people to say things or do things for you.
I also have jinx.
But
Are
that
they
doesn't that move your luck track or something if it goes wrong?
All of these do, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
Are they aware
Well,
when you use
jinx
telepathy?
reverses and puts the effect on me.
That's what it is.
Sorry for trying to
Go
talk
ahead.
over you.
You're good.
I had a question for you. If you use telepathy, are they aware of it? I know in certain games we've played before, they are aware.
I don't think they are unless he messes up the roll, and then it won't work. But like,
So it says I still roll as normal, except people will not expect the weirdness of your mental communication.
no. The idea being, if you fail, you just don't do anything with it. But like,
They might get a headache or
you
something.
kind of like you get a headache and you just kind of weird them out. Like, what the heck? Okay.
You get the this guy isn't quite right feel.
Given I feel like the goth kid from South Park walking up trying to talk to me, I'm already in a weird situation there.
But if I fail a jinx one, he gets to pick one of these things that happen.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, in all likelihood, you should probably go to admissions, see if you can get there while he and I try to get hold of the police, I guess.
Yeah. I'll just like, where are we? Like, are we in Bloomington, Indiana, or something? Like, tell me where we're at.
Sure. Well,
I mean, does
Honestly,
it
with
tell you,
what it
tell
is-
you in the scenario where we are?
it says a university that has engineering and such, so it'd probably be leaning more toward Purdue.
Okay, we're in Lafayette.
Yep. Sure. We're in Lafayette.
I just got back.
Too bad. You should have stayed. Would have been more relatable. So yeah, we're in Lafayette, Indiana, at Purdue University.
Okay,
Less difficult to break into than MIT, I'm sure.
probably.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I would suggest you go in and establish yourself as a student, and ask around. the engineering. You said engineering?
It happened in
There's
engineering.
is engineering, and like there's been break-ins occurring in engineering and electronics places. There was stuff stolen from the anthropology department, and this last the body parts and such were found in the engineering building.
Who was the victim?
That was former security guard Chris Lamb.
Chris Lamb?
Chris Lamb.
Remember your fake papers.
Pull out your Doctor Who forms, flash it. It shows whatever they want it to say.
So I guess I'm just going to try to get books for engineering. Go to the engineering wing.
You can go toward engineering. You can say you're a new engineering student or you're a prospective
do
student.
that.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want.
You can,
We'll go there
you can
first.
speak to the gain access to the student advisor for engineering.
Well, or I could just go look to wherever the body was.
Well, that's
I'm sure that
probably
area's
marked-
probably blocked
gonna be
off.
marked
but
off.
But I could see how it's blocked off.
Well, that's true. Like, yeah, you can definitely
Because then we can maybe get in there.
you can stake it out and see what we're dealing with in terms of like
Spy on the way over.
guards and all that sort of thing. Yeah, but
I can also do some funky things to maybe get a key if there's a key. So
True. You are spooky.
yeah. But he was the security guard, so he would have had a key.
well, I just meant like at the crime scene, or if they have it blocked off. Or
I imagine the
something.
crime scene's blocked
Or how
off,
long
but
ago
probably
does
cleaned
this
up.
happen?
Like
Of course it's clean up. They're not leaving
Yeah.
a corpse.
how long
pieces
ago?
and such.
How long ago was it?
That was the day before you arrived.
So yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just put a
I can
timestamp.
also
on it.
see the invisible and communicate with spirits. So if I can get into wherever that was,
Yeah. We'll just put. What is today's date? The 4th.
Yeah, today's the 4th.
Okay, so we're just going to say it happened on February 3rd.
Sure.
Today's February 4th. We're going to use current time, current date.
That works.
Also dating the podcast as to when this was recorded. But that's
Sometime in February.
okay.
Early.
I'm just trying to keep notes.
That's
which
fine.
is rare. While you're doing that, I will go to the local police station myself.
All right. Well, while he's doing his little establishing of things, you go to the police station in Lafayette.
Yeah.
You meet with the current. Do you want to meet? There's some front guard. He's sitting there. You're like, hey, front desk.
Yeah. Walk in, flash a badge.
Okay.
Agent Custer, FBI.
Well, hello, Agent Custer. How can I help you today?
I was trudging through the area. We got a phone call. Found out you guys had some sort of bizarro death on campus here.
We had, yes, there was a recent passing of a security guard in a little more traumatic sense. After assuming it might be tied to some thefts here recently, so we don't know if maybe he got in the middle of something when it was occurring.
Mm-hmm. Well, it just turns out his manner of death is a little similar to some other things we've heard about. We just want to come check it out.
Really?
Come check out the crime scene and see what we can do. Check out the body in the morgue if that's possible.
Sure. I can see if we can get the chief to give the okay. Just give me 1 minute. He walks away and he's like, I'll go speak with the chief and I'll get back to you.
I'm gonna. Your Mike. What's your character's name again? I'm sorry.
Romanix.
Roman Nix.
Just call me
IX.
Roman.
Yeah. Roman works.
It's much easier
I'll
to
just-
remember.
Yeah, I'll just text you that things are like progressing. You want to go to him?
Sure. So where are you?
engineering building.
What are you?
Engineering building?
Engineering, yeah.
What is he doing?
We'll establish that after you guys are finished.
So
Delimbing people.
Currently
buses.
having a coffee and smoke break.
So you're walking around the engineering building. I assume you're going to try and go. You're picking up and just chitter chatter, saying like, "Oh, what happened over here? They found the security guard's body over there." Just all the chitter chatter. You do go by the area. The area is cordoned off with police tape. Do not cross all these. And they actually have one of the other security guards hanging out. They're trying to look tough.
Is it just one?
Yeah, there's only one guard. It's during the day. They're not shutting down classes. They're just kind of keeping that area cordoned off. So classes in that area have been canceled, but they're not shutting things down. So outside stands the security guard.
And it's just like taped off, right? So like if you left, you could just go through.
Yeah, but they've got a seat and they're just kind of chilling outside the door, watching it.
Grill the security guard.
That sounds rude. You shouldn't grill anyone. We're not cannibals.
No, invite him to a girl.
Well, it's a she. Quit assuming genders.
Well, it wouldn't be cannibalism for me.
That's true.
That's a fair point.
You're not a human.
What do y'all do?
I just,
I don't think,
that's
'cause
all.
I can't really.
I mean, you're good at talking at least, but getting into the crime scene probably not going to be easy right now.
What's going on here? I'm a new student. This is strange. I wasn't expecting this on my first visit to campus.
That sort of thing.
I was trying to see if I could just do something to get him to move. Not even have to talk to him.
Probably going to be hard.
Well, maybe you're a prankster and, I don't know, laxatives in their sandwich?
I mean, we would be keeping in contact, so I would at least inform you guys that I am trying to get my way into the crime scene via the police, so you wouldn't really technically have to get yourself in there right now.
True. I guess it's just. I mean, it's blocked. I don't really need to ask him anything. I just need to kind of see in there.
Yeah, you're just kind of scoping it out, seeing what's what.
Everything's just going on like normal, right? It's like a
Yep,
school
they
day.
just have the area blocked off so people can't go in there and contaminate the crime scene, so to speak.
You could try to find out what was stolen. As an engineering student, like what's missing? You could either ask other students or professors or something.
Could also just walk by and try to read their thoughts.
As long as you don't fuck it up.
Most likely that would be bad for them, not me. We're gonna try that. I'm gonna see if she is thinking about something. Just kind of like walking by.
Do you have to roll
Trying to
anything to do
read.
that?
I don't know.
Is your telepathy actually I know you can use it to read minds and stuff like that. Is it actually how that works?
Does it have a success or fail roll near the bottom of the block?
Nope.
It is a roll. It's investigate a mystery.
Okay.
Or read a bad situation without needing to actually talk. You still roll, moves as normal, except people will not expect the weirdness of your mental communication. So yeah, you still roll. So based on how well you roll, if you pass, you'll get something. If you really pass, so if you get the 10 or higher, you want to figure something out, like you get good information. If you get between that, you're in a mix of like concerns they have and other stuff they're thinking about. And then if you fail, you just get garbage. You didn't really pick much up. So do your roll. So you roll the 2d6 and add your
Weird, I think, right?
or whatever.
Weird is using magic.
But does it say you use weirdness? It says what you add.
No, it says they don't expect my weirdness, but it doesn't.
What I don't know what else you would
At
roll
least
against.
it's capped when he knocked it over.
Yeah, so it's you would roll your sharp. It's investigate mystery or roll bad situation. So yeah, you'd roll at a -1. If you're
Oh,
doing
that's a
one of
sharp
those
one.
two.
Isn't he using a spell?
Oh,
though?
because
That
it's
would be
using
it's not a spell.
investigate. Okay.
So his telekinesis is not using magic?
No.
it says it right there. It's using these two.
Okay, cool. Weird. That is
Yeah,
weird.
again, he's not a spell slinger. He has
I know,
magic.
but he
has
still
things that
has
use
like
magic.
spell-like abilities.
Yeah, if he uses magic, yes. Telepathy's not technically that. He's using his mind powers.
Should have gone for a different one.
It's telekinesis, Holmes.
We'll try it anyway.
Bullets. Which one are you doing? I guess you're doing the investigative mystery.
4.
You
I
got a
mean, they
4?
both come from the same thing.
Yeah, so it's like I was saying which one of the two were you leaning toward, read a bad situation or investigate mystery, because it's different, but it's fine. No, you did get a 4. So really, Pauline's just sitting there concerned about just like he was just doing the rounds, and this happened. Like that could happen to me. Luckily, I'm the day shift, but still, like we're down a person. I might get put on the night shift. I don't want to die. It's almost Valentine's Day. I don't even have a date. This sucks.
Hence,
Oh well.
Hence why we're all sitting there around a table playing a fucking game.
Shh. Don't break
This
my
is a game,
immersion.
not real life.
This is about immersion. I'm trying not to not be immersed. Stop it. Yeah. So yeah, you don't really get much information. It's just it happened tonight during the rounds. It seemed out of weird. Yeah, like there's the break-ins and all that have happened, but their main thought was like he just died. You don't think about that. You're campus security. You're like, I'm breaking up parties and stuff like that. You're not doing anything like that. Freaking dude just got murked in an engineering building. He was torn to shreds. Limbs everywhere. All 7 of them. What? What's the seventh limb?
I guess I'll just keep walking by and kind of rejoin the group. But I mean, I guess out of that I could get
Well, we got that.
if we found a security outfit, I guarantee we could convince him to switch shifts if we needed to get into that room.
That's not a bad call. Idea. It's not a bad call.
Best of luck to that. I don't
they
think
do
they
not
come in
wanna
my
be there.
size.
Yeah. What's Roman doing?
Still enjoying my coffee at the moment.
Yeah, Roman's a weirdo looking dude. You're just some giant guy.
I'm
For people that need an understanding, like kind of Roman's design is very reminiscent of Hellboy, but changed.
I'm more like less Hellboy, who was more of like a stone creature, and more like
And that's fine.
almost like a automaton looking thing.
And that's fine.
I
Obviously,
still do not look human.
The basis of the summoned was very much like someone made Hellboy into a character role or an archetype. But yeah.
Indeed. No, I'm just hanging out on the nearest.
So you're more like the weird Nazi dude that's a clockwork man. In the original Hellboy, there's a clockwork man like that.
It's not
Yeah,
that
more-
guy.
the thing in
Think
his
more
chest.
like what Abe looks like in his helmet.
Okay.
So I'm not organic in that regard, but like when he has his helmet on and everything like that,
Gotcha.
looks kind of like that. No, I'm just I found a very tall building that nobody gets near, and am currently sitting on that, kind of looking around everywhere
Like a weird mechanical gargoyle.
until I have a chance to sneak around.
Are you on campus?
I am on campus. There's several good buildings over here, and I can get very high very quickly.
All right.
I just need a good shadow to hide in,
Cool. That's fine.
which is surprising given the flaming head.
It doesn't stand out when I'm wearing my helmet. That's
Yeah.
right. You said you had a flaming skull, kind of like what's his head from Ben 10.
Yeah, so
That's right. I remember now.
I just keep a biker helmet on most of the time, which is very bad with the suit. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing at the moment, just kind of scoping
out the
everything
area,
out,
getting a layout.
seeing where people go typically, which places are busy, which places aren't, that kind of thing, so I
that's
can
fine.
sneak around easier later when I need to get something, which you guys will probably tell me. It's like, hey, we need to get a hold of this, because I can climb down the side of a wall and get in the window that way.
Makes sense. Okay. All right. So we'll pop back on over to Agent Custer. The front desk officer comes back, and he is accompanied by Police Chief Guimaras. We'll go with Police Chief Claire, because I don't know how to say the last name. It's Guimaras.
My name is
Guimaras. Guimaras. I think it's Spanish, maybe.
Possibly.
We'll go with Police Chief Claire.
Police Chief Claire.
But because I can't read names. Guima. Guimaras? I don't know. I'm bad at names in general.
Guimaras.
But
Guimaras.
yeah, Guimaras is here. It's like this is a college town. We don't expect things like this. But yeah, they're like, yeah. So you're here about the recent incident, the thefts, and the dude that got shredded.
Sorry, is this?
Yes,
a
it's
gentleman?
police chief talking. It's a female, Claire.
Claire. Okay.
Claire Guimaras. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You said you just recently heard about it. It did happen yesterday. It made not really national news, but it spread around pretty quick because, again, this is a college town. People don't get shredded like that, and this was out of nowhere. We've had thefts here recently, last few weeks. That's been going on, but we don't know what that's going on, what that's all about. Though it is weird. There was also we had those parts, but then there was the monkeys that got taken.
The monkeys.
Yeah, we're thinking it's a group of college kids and stuff. The Animal Freedom Militia, bunch of weird hippie kids. I don't know. They're just. I understand animal testing's not cool. Yeah, it's not nice, but people, they go through the right tracks. They get these things. They do the testing. At least we assume it's the right. We don't go into that. That's beyond us. But a bunch of them, some just under 50-ish monkeys got taken or released. We don't know. They went missing. But yeah, the thefts of the electronics and stuff, it's been the engineering and the computer sciences. So they've reported like robotics equipment and prosthesis. That's all been going missing. It just doesn't make sense.
I mean, it makes sense if you're building a monkey robot.
Who builds a monkey robot?
I'm just playing with it, man.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, yeah. So it doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. We're still testing stuff that we've picked up from there. There's been fibers and hair, so we're trying to see if we can run that through DNA, anything like that, to give us information. But that's just started recent testing. We don't have anything yet. If you have a way to contact you, I can keep you updated. I'm surprised the FBI wants to be involved, but hey, I'll take help. Again, we don't have a whole lot of people here right now. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I write down a number to like a burner phone.
That's fine. I'll keep a hold of this. If we get any information, we'll let you know.
Can I see the body?
Sure. And they'll take you on back to the morgue. You can look at things. So on the way back to the morgue, they take you back there. You see Crew Slam's body. It is wrecked. Literally, arm ripped from torso. It is sewn back in place shoddily. Because again, there's just shredded. This person was ripped apart.
Oh, like the coroner's already putting them back together.
Parts have been sewn on quickly just to see damage that was there, or at least aligned, if not attached. But this guy looks bad. He did not die quickly, I'm sure.
Official cause of death?
Ripped apart.
Yeah, it's not a cause of death. It's either blood loss,
ripped apart. That we just wrote ripped apart because nothing was attached to the body. It was around the room.
Only in Indiana.
Eviscerated.
Ass backwards fucking police officer and whatever.
What was that, sir?
Whoop. This man looks terrible.
Yeah. The security guard that found the body this morning, Ms. Brooks, she lost her lunch. But the trooper, she said she'd stay there and watch the room. We cordoned it off. We said we'd be sending people back later, try and get more on the stuff. But she's like, I can stay here. I knew Chris. He was a nice guy. This is crazy.
You all get any security cam footage?
The cameras were not working. Something was off. They were messed up. Yeah. But again, we've had these recent break-ins. It's been a common issue they've been trying to figure out.
So not one camera on campus works.
In the area they get shut off at the time, they've been cutting. Then people go check them. They're working fine then, but for the lapse in time when the thefts have happened and security officer Lamb here's death, they were not working. Nothing triggered. The lights in the building weren't turning on. It's as if the power was cut to the area. Security makes their rounds at night and time to just check on rooms, make sure no one's breaking into the building. Clearly, it's not been working out, or whatever's been getting in, sneaking in and out pretty easily.
You say robotics and prosthetics, so you have an exact list of everything that's been taken?
A series of microchipping and thing, yeah. That's like what has been reported to us, and it's like we can get you the file on that.
That would be helpful.
All right.
Along with any other information you have, who you've spoken to, who you haven't?
Mostly we've spoke with people around the facility. It's you've got the dean, we've got people that work in the prosthesis section of the building, robotics. We have there's students have talked about things they've heard or seen based on what's going on there. We've tried to get a hold of people from the Animal Freedom Militia, though they don't want to talk to us.
You have names?
We've got Dr. Crouch, who was the medical school dean.
From the militia.
Oh, militia? There's a student that worked with one of the professors there, Amy Pritchard. And then the head of this AFM is a Miss Robin Harden. She's been a bit of a pain, but I don't think she's really causing any trouble. She's one of them there vegans. giving people all the trouble for eating the meat and such. Yeah, so that's those places. Those freedom people. They hang out at the Crazy Cat Club.
Crime scene accessible?
We can probably get you some stuff over there. Have someone go with you and let you investigate the area if you'd like.
I very much would.
Sounds good. Well, I'll keep you in touch if we get any more information on what we find with the lab testing. They give you their number in case you find anything you need to share with them. They have your contact information. If you need anything, let us know. We'll get a hold of you if we find anything else out that can help with your investigation on your end. Glad to have the FBI's help. They've got tech much better than ours.
Much obliged.
Mm-hmm.
So they're are they sending me with an officer then to go?
Mainly, they're
check
just
out
going to call over the place and let people know that
gotcha.
someone's
Okay,
going.
Fair enough. In that case, I will inform you, the two of you, that I will be heading towards campus to investigate the scene.
So basically, they told someone on campus, like, hey, we're sending over an agent. They're assisting us with the investigation. Let Pauline know that someone's going to be coming to check out the room. They can go on in.
Okay. What's the student doing?
Quote, unquote. He's joined the occult club and made some new friends.
Water polo.
Water polo and basket weaving.
I don't know. I guess thought I was just going back to him because I guess he's perched up somewhere.
Just walking over to him up on the high building. Just
Well,
like, hey,
no, I
buddy.
was going to go over to...
You guys are just texting me, and I'm just writing down notes as you go. It's like, hey, this is what I found out here. No. Kind of seeing a lay of the land. It's like, okay, this area is usually pretty empty this time of day. This place is busy. Don't go that direction.
Where did you say you were going? You're going back on campus?
I'm going to the crime scene.
Which is kind of where I already was. I guess
Well,
just
you
wait.
walked by it, but I'm going to get in it.
He's getting in.
Don't let them know he knows you.
Yeah.
You're a teenager.
I'm just going to hang around.
Okay. You hang around.
But
Are you
yeah,
sure you don't want to interact with the students?
Well, I'm just going to kind of be walking through the halls, maybe just seeing if I can catch something.
Okay.
Being
Attend
a
a
creepy, weird goth kid with a black trench coat.
Attend a couple classes.
That's true. I mean, I'll walk into rooms and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah,
Act
sit
like
down.
I'm part
It's
of it.
like, okay, how often is it like, if it's a big enough classroom, they may not even check to see if you're a student. You could just be like, hey, I'm just getting shown around. Talk to him, be like, hey, I heard about this stuff. What's going on?
I guess I'll just try to go to a classroom that's kind of close to
That's
where
fine.
the crime scene
Step him
was.
on the foot.
And that's fine. We can do that. So you go to one of the classes. Let's say you go to one of the prosthesis ones. So you're in a biomedical class, engineering. So biomedical engineering class, you kind of sit in. While you're in there, they're going over things that are happening. People are asking what's going on with the blocked off room. There's rumors being spread of a security guard not doing so well. Teachers are trying to pass it like, oh, no, that's just rumors. He got a little caught up in situation. He's a little sore, so police are investigating because he was attacked. But he should be fine. There's nothing to worry about. Why? Or else we'd shut the school down. So it's fine. They're going on talking, and other people are there asking about. There's been the thefts, and it's like because it's affecting their stuff, like prosthesis. So
Yeah, that would be their lab.
That'd be their labs. Some kids are tied to the robotics area, so it's like our shit's gone too. Some are asking about other professors and such that have been there that are missing. There's a Dr. Beach. They've asked about doctors, well, not so much always missing, but some are harder to come by. But Dr. Beach has been gone for a little bit here, but they're like, oh, Dr. Beach is just on a vacation. He's fine. Asking about Dr. Noble, but Noble's just, he's busy, but he's still around. They see him. He's just a little more caught up in things. But there's been some talk that Beach was having to deal with the ethics board. But he's been gone for about the last week now. So I have not seen Dr. Beach in about a week. They know him and Noble have been butting heads. The actual professor teaching the class isn't a big fan of Beach themselves. You can pick up from the story, from what's being said in class. But they're like, we're trying to teach here. Stop talking about that. Let's get to back prosthesis. So, and they break down like scaffolding and macro, micro, things of that nature. Since we're coming back from winter break, they're not going too deep in anything, but they're breaking down just different areas of biomedical engineering when they're dealing with prosthesis. But from that little bit of information, from them talking, just you listening in, and I assume you just pick up on information of people to look out for are, one, the professor that's in this area, the researcher, the Dr. Kathy Wathey. That's W-A-T-H-E-Y, or sorry, not Kathy, Karen Wathey. They talked about a Dr. Noble, who was in robotics. They were talking about the ethics committee being brought into things. Again, this is all medically based, so you can always, you guys are talking about meeting with the dean. He tried calling earlier, didn't work out, so that's a Dr. Andrew Crouch, he's a medical school dean, because I didn't say the guy's name. He just called trying to hold the dean to get it, so that's information you had was Dr. Crouch. The ethics board, so that's something you can look at. You didn't get a name there. You just heard people talking about that. They didn't say.
And was that for Noble or Beach?
Noble was the robotics person.
And he's the one that had to deal with the ethics?
No.
It
was Beach.
It was Beach that had
that. Ethics is the one that had to deal with Beach.
Yep.
And he's the one that's been gone for about a week. Noble and Beach didn't get along. Wathey and Beach didn't get along. It seems like a good number of people weren't getting along with Beach here recently. They did, like I said, they mentioned students that were tied to the students that were tied to the Animal Freedom Militia. There was the Robin Harding and the Amy Pritchard. So those were two that you got names of. They didn't.
Are there any kids like in the back, like talking about if they think they know who might have stole it, or like anything like that going on in the room?
It's just they're making an assumption. It's like, oh, I think it's these people that did it. And it's like, oh, it could be this stuff. There's no specific information. It's just random assumptions that people are making. It's like, I think, well, Dr. Beach has been involved in those things. I know people are butting heads to him. He's always doing these weird tests and things. He was always being dubbed like the mad scientist of the place, but it's anything. Like Amy would know more. She worked with him for a while, but who knows? She kind of stopped working with him, they said. He was put against the ethics board.
And was Amy a student, or did we mention who?
Student.
Okay.
He had the information initially because she was someone that was tied to the animal.
Amy's part of the AMF. She's a student.
She's the one that's part of that group.
Okay. She was part of that group, but she also worked with Dr. Beach.
Robin's the one who's the head of this branch. So if I can find out Dr. Beach's office location, I might be able to sneak in from the outside if they've been missing for a while, apparently. See if I can find anything.
Yeah, he's been gone for a week. I can see. I'll go around we can communicate, right? Even though he's perched up.
We're
like
text.
modern.
Yeah, he's got a phone.
I was just making sure.
Yeah, you guys have been texting. You got a group chat going. It's on Facebook.
I'll try to go around I'll leave the room and see if I can find where his office is, so I can give him a clue.
Remember to go all the way through your class first.
It's on WhatsApp. You know, if you've ever been to college, they don't like when you just get in the middle of class, especially when you showed up late in the middle of one. Like, I'm in the wrong room. My bad. And just walk out.
Yeah, people will be like, that guy's weird. We don't want to talk to him.
That's fine. I can read their thoughts if they don't want to talk to me.
Then they'll think you're really weird. Maybe call security on you. So, yep, you do that. I can climb around up top and maybe break into their office, find some more info.
Thank you for listening. Damn Dirty Apes, written by Michael Sands. Music by Jason Shaw. Find us online at rancorsbrothel.com, Facebook at Fans of the Rancors Brothel, Twitter at Rancors_Brothel, and now on Instagram at Rancors Brothel.